Today we are going to learn trigonometric function, which type of functions are these, and this chapter is different from what you have studied in class 10th. In class 10th you studied trigonometry, and here now it has come as trigonometric functions. So functions you have studied in chapter 2. So somewhere this chapter will be using the concept of chapter 2, relation and functions, and trigonometry as well. So this is the combination of relation and functions and trigonometry that you have studied in class 10th. But understanding and the explanation will be different, as this is in class 11th, and you have to have some different altogether different meanings. So first we start from the basic thing, that way of measuring angles. Till class 10th you were measuring angles only anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction means if this is the baseline and this is the angle that is formed, so you were measuring the angle starting from this point, and this point is on the basis line. This is I'm saying this is I. So I is the initial point from where you are measuring the angle. But this time you will be also seeing that angle can be measured clockwise direction. Clockwise direction means the baseline will remain the same, but angle will be formed down to this basic line, and this is there. So you can see this is again the initial point, but in anti-clockwise direction it goes up, and in clockwise direction it goes down. So these are the two directions in which the angles are measured. Now you have seen that temperature is measured in degrees Celsius and Fahrenheit. Similarly, angles are also measured in three ways. First way is your degree measure that you have already been doing. Degree measure. Second is radian, and third is grade. So grade we are not going to ask, this is not in the syllabus, but degree and radian both are in the syllabus. So they are the three ways how we can measure the angles, and both are giving you the measurement of the angle, but they have some certain relations and certain ways of representation. So degree we have already seen, so we will not focus much on that degree. Now come to this for this radian measure. See, I am taking a unit circle. Unit circle means the circle which has radius 1. So this is your radius 1 unit. So I'll say just 1 unit, and this is another 1 unit, and this is your arc of length. This is also 1 unit. So you can see if this is like one side, this is 1 unit, this is also 1 unit, and this curve, this portion of the curve, this portion is also 1 unit. So the angle that you can see here is defined as 1 radian. So this is 1 radian. So this is how you can understand what is radian. Now you can consider this also in different other way. If I take another circle, and I'm taking this as 1 unit and this as again 1 unit, but this time I'm taking this as 2 unit. What do you think, what this angle can be? This angle is now going to be called 2 radian. So it has some, this angle has some relation with this radius and this length of the arc. And you can further you can just see, if I take another circle, this is again a unit circle, and this is your radius 1, and this is again your radius 1, and this is I'm using different color so that you can at least have some difference. This is I'm doing with black color. Can you tell me what will be the length of this arc? The complete length of this arc, or you can say this circumference of the circle, is 2 pi r, but this is half only, so this is going to be pi r. So this is semi circumference, so this is going to be pi r, but you can see at place of r you have radius as 1 unit. So now can you think of what this angle will be? If I ask you in degree terms, then answer should be 180 degree. But you can see also that if you use that relation theta equal to L upon R, actually theta is the ratio of L upon L and R. So use that concept here. L means this is your length of arc, this is your length of arc, and this is your radius, this is also your radius, this is also your radius, this is also your radius. So theta equal to L upon R, actually theta tells you the relation between L and R and how this theta is calculated. So you know this is going to be, if you apply this L upon R, then this is going to be pi radian. So now we are going to get very important relation between degree and radian, and that relation is that 180 degree is equal to pi radian. So this relation is going to help us in many ways, and in class 11th and 12th we'll be using angles in terms of radians. So radians will be used at great instant. Okay, now next we can find on the basis of this we can find some other relations. If 180 degree is pi radian, then 90 degree will be pi by 2 radian. You do half of this 180 and you do the half of this, so 90, 180 half is 90 and pi half is pi by 2. Similarly now 45, you again do the half of 90, then this will become pi by 4 radian. And if you want to find that for 30 degree is 1/3 of 90, so you can write as pi by 2, third 1/3 will be 6 radian. This 90 half is 45, so this pi by 2 half is pi by 4. 90 divided by 3 is 30, so pi by 2 divided by 3 is pi by 6 radian. So these are actually the angles that we were using, but now this time when we have to use in radians, so at place of 180 we'll say pi radian, at place of 90 we'll say pi by 2 radian, at place of 45 we will say pi by 4 radian, at place of 30 degree will say pi by 6 radian. You can have one more relation also, that what you can say for 360. See, 360 is double of 180, so double of pi radian will be 2 pi radian. And now if I ask you 270 is 3 by 2 of 180, so 3 by 2 of pi will be 3 pi by 2 radian. So this way you can convert degree into radian. So in the next coming exercise we are going to do in which we have to convert degree into radian and radian into degree, and this is one another relation that we are going to use in solving some word problems. Okay, one more important thing that we should discuss here, if let's say this is my theta and this is also my theta, then how will you come to know that this theta is represented as anti-clockwise and this theta is represented clockwise? So we have this some rules have been defined. So if let's say this is the same angle, this is 30 degree this way and this is also 30 degree down way, but when we write theta equal to 30 degree and the sign is plus, you can see this is plus 30 degree. So when I say this plus you mention or don't mention, this is okay. So theta equal to 30 degree, when you say like this, it means we are measuring angle anti-clockwise. But this way if I write theta equal to minus 30 degree, so this minus sign will indicate that I am measuring angle clockwise. Now start with question number 1. Question number 1 is find the radian measures corresponding to the following degree measures. It means this degree is given to us and we have to write that into radian measure. So we know that one important relation, that 180 degree is equal to pi radian. So we can write here 1 degree as pi upon 180 radian. I'm using the unitary method. So if 1 degree is pi upon 180 radian, then 25 degree you can write that as pi upon 180 into 25, and this is radian. So you can simplify this 5, and this is 5 3s are 10 and 306. So you can write that as 5 pi upon 36 radian. So you have converted degree into radian. Now next part is you will take this now my second part, minus 47 degree and 30 minute. See, we can divide 1 degree angle into 30 parts, as we do 1 hour is divided into 60 minute. Similarly, this 1 degree can be divided into 60 parts, and one part will be called minute. So this is your 30 minute. It means this is half angle. So we can first do like we can convert that complete one into degree measures. So this is minus sign. You can see that minus sign shows us that we have taken this angle clockwise direction. So we'll write that minus, you can take it outside. So this is 47 and 30 minute. I can give you the calculation here, that if 60 minute equal to 1 degree, so your 1 minute will be equal to 1 upon 60 degree. So you can write that as 30 minute is equal to 1 upon this. You can multiply 30 upon 60, and this will be 1 by 2 degree. So this is how you can do the basic calculations. 60 minute equal to 1 degree and 1 minute equal to 1 upon 60 degree. So 30 minute will be 30 upon 60 degree. So this is going to be 1 by 2 degree. So that 30 minute will be converted into 1 by 2 degree. So this will become 47 plus 1 by 2 degree, and that you can simplify further. This is 4080, and this is 1484 plus 85. This is going to be 85 upon 2, and this is going to be in degree. So now we'll convert that into radian. So we have used that formula, that 180 degree is equal to pi radian. We can use here and can write directly that minus 85 by 2 degree will be equal to, you can multiply pi upon 180 into 85 by 2, minus sign you can put here also. This is in radian. So we can simplify this further. This is 85. You can see this is going to be 17. You multiply by divide by 5. So this is 70. This is 36. So this is going to be 17 pi upon 72 radian. So this way you can simplify all degree measures into radian measures. Now question number 2 is find the degree measure corresponding to the radian measures. Now these are in radians. So we know that pi radian is equal to 180 degree. So we can write that 1 radian is equal to 180 upon pi, and this is in degree. So we have got this relation. So with the help of this relation we can use for that 11 upon 16 radian, it will be 180 upon pi into 11 upon 16, and this is in degree. In this question we can use pi as 22/7, it's given to us. So we'll convert everything into numbers. Pi is 22 and this is 7 and this is 11 upon 16. So do some calculations. So if I cancel it by 2, then 11, and this is going to be 90, and this 11 will get cancelled, and this is now 90 and this is 16. So you can now, this is 2, you can, this 8 and this is now 45. So now it cannot be further simplified. So 7 5 ja 35, carry 3, 7 4 ja 28, 28 and 3, this is 31, and this is 8. Now but the problem is that this is in degree and this has to be simplified. And I would like to just say you one more thing. As we have seen that 60 minute is equal to 1 degree, means 1 degree angle. 1 degree angle is divided into 60 part, and one part is called 1 minute. Similarly, we can divide 1 minute also in 60 seconds. So 1 minute is also equal to 60 seconds. So we have to convert this number into minute, or we can go up to second. The second symbol is used as second. If I want to write like 22 second, then symbol is 22 and you put double comma. This is the symbol for second. So we have to convert that till second. And how we can convert? You see the procedure. First we'll take 315 and you divide by 8. So 8, when we divide, this is 4, 8, 4, 8 4 you will go, then it will be 32. No. So 3 you have to take, 8 3 ja 24, 7, this is 5, 8 9 ja 72, and this is 3. So this is complete degree. This is 39. So your angle 39 degree has come. So whatever remainder, if you again divide, then it will go into minute. So but minute, you know, you multiply this by 60. So this is going to be 180. Now you divide 180 by 8. So 180 by 8. Now we'll further divide this 180 which has come from 3 into 60. So this is going to be 2 ja 16 and 2, this is 0, then 2 ja, this is 16, this is 4. So now this is the answer which has come in minutes. But further we have to multiply this by 60 to get answer in seconds. So we can do this, you know, this 4 into this is 240, and you again divide by 8. So your answer 8 3 ja 30 directly you can take. So this is 240. So your answer has come now, those 30 seconds. So your complete answer will be 39 degree, 22 minute and 30 second. Now your C part is 5 pi by 13, 5 pi by 3. So 5 pi by 3, this we have to convert into radian. So you know that this radian, you can write that pi upon this 180, you can write this 180 upon pi into 5 pi by 3, and this is going to be in degree. So unitary method that we followed in previous question, we have followed now also. So this pi will get cancelled. So this is 3, you can simply cancel. This is 60 into 5, this is in degree. So 60 into 5 is, this is going to be 300, and this is degree. So you can simplify this this way, and rest of the part you try yourself. Now question number 3 is, a wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. See, if a wheel moves one revolution, it means the angle is 360 degree. If it again moves second round, then second round total angle will be 720. If it again move, then you add 360 again. So one round means 360 degree, or you can say this is degree, and in radian you can say 2 pi radian, and this is 4 pi radian. So if one round means 360, two round means 720. So this question asks us that a wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute, means 360 times. So in 1 minute, it means, and they are asking through how many radians does it turn in 1 second. So we can simplify this in 1 minute. Number of revolutions is 360 degree. So in 60 second, number of revolutions will remain the same, 360. Not, this is not degree, this is 360 number of revolutions. So in 1 second, number of revolutions 360 divided by 60, so this is going to be 6. So in 1 second the wheel revolves 6 times. So we have to find how much angle it will be forming. So I told you for one revolution the angle is 2 pi. So angle formed by wheel in 1 second, it will be 6 into 2 pi, because in one round the angle is 2 pi radian. So this is going to be 6 into 2 pi radian, which is going to be 12 pi radian. Now we are going to solve some more questions based on the relation that we have learnt, that theta is equal to L upon R. So this relation you keep in mind. Now come to question number 5. In a circle of diameter 40 centimeter, the length of the chord is 20 centimeter. Find the length of minor arc of the chord. It means there is a circle and the diameter is 40 centimeters, so radius will be 20. This is also 20, and the length of the chord means which is passing through 2 points of a circle. So this is also given you 20 centimeter. Now find the length of minor arc. Minor arc, I'll use this different color. So this is your minor arc. So if this is A, this is B, A, this is B, and let's say this is C. So ACB is your minor arc, and you have to find the length. So let's say this is L, and but you don't know this angle. So this angle, how much it will be? So you might say 60 degree, but you have to remember one very important thing, that theta is equal to L upon R, and theta is always in radian. So keep in mind this fact. And so here the theta is actually 60 degree, and 60 degree you can write that as in terms of pi as pi by 3 radian. So in coming questions will not use radian, we'll simply use pi by 3. So it's now understood, or this basic thing, that we'll pi, when we are writing pi by 3, it means it's radian. So we'll put that angle into this relation that we have already seen. So theta is pi by 3, you put the value. L we don't know, and R we know this is 20. And why this angle is 60 degree, I think there is no need to mention much. You can see that OAB is an equilateral triangle, so each angle will be 60 degree. So now from here you can find L. So L will be 20 pi upon 3. Or if you want to simplify further, you can put the value of pi as 22 by 7. So it's now up to you. You put the value or you may leave the answer here also. 2 into 22 by 7, and this is 3. So 3, this is, no, it will not get cancelled, so you have to multiply. This is 44 upon 21. So you may leave the answer in fraction form also, and this is in centimeter. Or if you want to convert that you can do like this is 21 2 ja 42, 2 and 2 upon 21 centimeter. You can write that way also. Now come to question number 6. If in two circles arcs of the same length subtend angle 60 degree and 75 degree at the center, means there are two circles. First one is making angle 60 degrees, second one is the angle is 75 degree. So you and this length of arc here, it is L, and this length of arc, it is also L, because it's given that length of the arc is the same. So we have to find the ratio. Let's say this is your radius 1 and this is your radius 2. So we have to find the radius, and but the important thing is that the angles are in degree form, so we have to convert that into radian form. So you know that 60 degree is equal to pi by 3 radian, and 75, how will you calculate 75? Because you know that 1 degree is equal to pi upon 180 radian. So use that relation. You can write 75 degree as pi upon 180 into 75. So if you cancel, this will you can cancel from 5. So 5 15 ja 75, and this is 36. You can simplify further. 3 5 ja 3 12. So you can write that 5 pi by 12. So this has come into this. Now from here, you know L, if you know this relation, that theta equal to L upon R. So L will be, you know, L will be what? L will be theta into R. So we can write from here L will be theta, which is pi by 3, and radius is R1. From here L will be theta is 5 pi by 12 upon R2. So this is my equation number 1, this is my equation number 2. So from 1 and 2 you can see that pi by 3 R1 equal to 5 pi upon 12 R2. We have to find R1 upon R2. So you first simplify this, pi will get cancelled. So R1 upon R2, you can write that this is pi will get cancelled. 5 into 3, this R2 will come down, and this is 12. So 3 4s are 12. So this is going to be 5 by 4. So your ratio has come R1 ratio R2 as 5 ratio 4.